Sup nerds, welcome back to Corgi Butts channel. Hope you guys are having a good day. We're here to start part 3 of the letter and to continue on with the story, so let's get right into it. We spent the ride back to the Luxborn city in a relatively quiet manner, with only the radio's disjointed hum in the background filling the silence. For a quick recap, so last thing that we did was that she woke up, she met Miss McCullough, who was the real estate agent. She also met two people, Hannah, and I can't remember the other guy's name right now, but they're a married couple and they're looking to buy the mansion. They accidentally saw the letter. She had a giant freak out. Rose told her to basically she needs to take the rest of the day off. She ran into her friend Ash, who then they're leaving now to go see their friend's film festival. Occasionally Ash will reach out to fiddle with it until the signal settles or it's on respectable volume. But otherwise he doesn't say anything. Neither do I. However, if the furtive glances he's been sending my way is a sign, I know there's something he's been itching to ask since we left the mansion. I keep my eyes strained on the passing scenery outside in the small hope that the fiend disinterest will dissuade him.
Here.
Gosh, I'm so bad at reading out loud. All of a sudden, he tosses something at me from a small compartment on his side. It hits me cleanly on the chin before I can make a move to catch it. The small package making a soft landing on my lap instead.
Sorry.
The glare I send him wipes the smirk about to form cleanly off his face, and he clears his throat, forcing his eyes on the road again. I swear he did that on purpose. Ignoring him, I flip the half-forgotten package on my lap to check.
I won't say no to free food, but why are you giving away cereal bars?
I always have one on my person, and you look like you're about to pass out back there. Have you eaten lunch yet?
I don't even get a chance to deny it, because right on cue, my stomach rumbles loudly, and an empty, gnawing feeling in my belly becomes noticeable. No surprise there, I did skip breakfast and lunch so I could catch Becca while she was on break. I was hoping to get a small meal after. I guess with everything going on, I just forgot until Ash mentioned it. It's not like hollow feelings new to me though. If anything, it's just one of the things I've gotten used to ignoring over the years growing up. A thanks. Then I tear open the package and start nibbling at the edge of the bar. Apart from acknowledging nod, Ash doesn't say anything after the small exchange. For that, I'm thankful. After getting an earful from both Becca and Rose, it's nice to be able to just sit down with somebody who's not going to nag at you.
How'd the open house go?
The usual. We got a bigger crowd than normal because of the property's fame, but really no different from the typical open house. On second thought, it actually looks like a fancy party more than an open house. I've never felt so underdressed in my life. Weren't you there?
I wasn't really listening.
I should have asked someone to kick you out.
No, you won't.
And what makes you so sure?
One, ever since you got assigned to this property, you've been freaking out about it. Rebecca's words, not mine. She's been complaining to me about how you talked your ears off, by the way. Two, despite your initial qualms about the place, you still took the job. Which brings us to 3. It's been months since you last settled a deal, and you're short on money right now since you're back to your instant noodle diet.
How do you even know about the last one?
Rebecca. Anyhow, you're hellbent on selling the mansion. Even if someone you know personally is in the tour group, you aren't going to just kick them out.
This stupid bitch and her noodle-hating ass.
Every single person who went on your open house is still a prospective client to you. Even me.
He's not entirely wrong. Oh man, I walked right into that one, didn't I?
I hate you. I really hate you right now.
His answer is a small laughter, the kind of scream, I'm right, I told you so. I hate it when he does that.
I'll have you know that there's already someone who's extremely interested in this property. So even if you expressed any sort of interest in it, I don't think they'd be willing to let you have it. Too bad.
Provided I didn't botch it with the rights. Ma'am Hannah, in particular, didn't look pleased with what I did. I owe Rose a big apology. I hope she likes 3 donuts.
You don't seem too happy about it.
I am happy. Doesn't this look like a happy face to you?
Pause, checking the relationship because that's actually really bugging me that there's a new. Okay.
Really? And here I was thinking you found another one stuffed in the sofa. Or is it the wardrobe this time?
He meant that as a joke, but how close it is to truth made my blood run cold. My own heart beat at a heavy weight in my chest. All at once, the letter in my bag feels a whole lot heavier, burdening me my own guilt and apprehension.
Yeah, well, things happened. Stuff the right couple might not be pleased about. No need to make a fuss about it. It's normal in the business.
You made them angry?
Not angry, just stuff happened.
Like?
Things.
Did they do anything? Your clients, the Wrights, was it?
I can't answer that. At least not without revealing to him that what took place in the attic. Just, I don't want to lie to him, just change the subject.
You keep asking me about my work, yet you haven't said a single word about yours.
Relationship, it went up. Okay, good, right choice.
That's not fair. Both you and Zach have literally disappeared off the face of the earth.
An over-exaggeration, but changing the subject to someone else is better than outright lying to him. Besides, it never works with him. I'm not sure if it's because I'm just bad at it or because he's just very good at his job. He doesn't answer immediately, but momentarily shifting a glance over to me and returning it back to the road when he has to make a sharp turn. Outside, the sun, he has already started its descent, casting a vibrant orange glow on the tall buildings. I wonder how long before we reach the venue for Zach's film. Checking the street signs outside, it appears Ash has taken the longer route. Odd, but he's probably trying to avoid the rush hour traffic.
Didn't we just talk a week ago over chat?
That's different. Linking your awful memes in the group chat box every morning isn't exactly a conversation.
Excuse me, I don't hear you calling them awful while you're laughing at all of them.
Shut up! And you aren't answering my question.
That earns him a soft punch in the arm. I did laugh at them, but I'm not going to give him the satisfaction of knowing that I find most of them funny. It'll only make his head bigger, stupid Ash.
Alright, lay off on the abuse. Remember that case I mentioned before? We've been trying to pin the bastard down, but it required more work than we anticipated. The guy's slippery like that. We got—
Oh! He recounts what he's been doing in the time, and we haven't seen each other. His usual work, the occasional small investigation, and the big case he's been stuck on working. Stuff he couldn't mention in the brief time that we catch each other online. Although most of it are the trimmed down version, only thing he can tell. He has always been careful about that. Even in the way he spins his answers to my questions. Just enough to satisfy my curiosity, but not enough to paint the whole picture. At one point, his voice takes on a strained tone when he mentions something about the big case, but I don't dwell on it too much. That's normal, right? I mean, who won't be frustrated if you can't bring someone you're chasing to justice because they keep slipping from your fingers? If I were in his shoes, I'd definitely lose my mind. His stories never cease to be entertaining to me regardless. If things weren't the way they were back home, maybe I would have considered taking on the same job as him. Well, nope, not really. Mama will never allow it. But the idea is still there. Along with the countless others I've let go. Time passes quickly between us in the manor, and before I know it, we're already at the movie house. A small crowd has already formed in front of the theater when Ash and I arrive. The Lift Fest, short of the Luxburn Independent Film and Theater Festival, attracts a bigger crowd annually, and this year's no different. I've only been to a few indie films screening with Zach, so I'm not an expert on the matter. But I know that for people hoping to make a break in the industry, getting your film recognized by a local event like this is already a big deal. Especially for a newcomer like Zach. He hasn't even won an award, but it's just getting a confirmation letter that the festival committee wants to include his movie in this year's lineup already put a grin on his face for weeks. Speaking of the guy, he's impossible to miss. 6 feet! He appears to loom over most of the moviegoers, and with his large build and heavy voice, there's no surprise when people give him a wide berth as they pass by. Actually, let's take this back a little bit. I thought I was gonna say 6 feet and something, but if he's just 6 foot, that's not that tall. I mean, like, it's tall. Like, I'm 5'8" and 6 foot. Like, there's a lot of 6 foot people out there. If it was like 6'3" enough, you know, I'd been like, whoa, but 6 foot, I pretty much see that almost every day. It's often easy to mistake him for someone intimidating at first glance. I did back when I didn't know any better. Ash did too, I heard, once early in their friendship.
Oh, there's Zach!
Oh, Jesus! Why did they make him like 9 foot tall?
Hey, you guys! Long time no see!
Zach's face lights up with a smile of his own. He moves towards us, taking careful steps and significant effort to make himself smaller, as to not bump or accidentally hit anyone. Typically Zach... Oh, typical. As he nears, Ash casually raises his hand in greeting, and...
Sup, Z-Man, my main man. What's crack-a-lackin', my homie?
Okay, I think I'm done playing this game, guys. I'm sorry. I just can't deal with this absolute cheese that is spewing out of their mouths right now. The awkwardness that descends within the immediate vicinity of our small group is palatable enough. Somewhere to our left, a girl giggles, and only then do I become aware of my mouth hanging open. I'm almost amazed how Ash can say that out loud with a straight face. Almost. Considering his track record, I should be used to it by now, Zach seems to be.
Yo, stop trying to act black, Ashton. And you're the only one who calls me Z-Man.
There's a fondness underneath his exasperated tone. If this were any other person, he'll likely be offended, but years of friendship and familiarity have made those words harmless to each other. Or at least, enough for both to take it in stride.
It's been a while, Zach.
I hope you didn't get into trouble again.
Not much to get into trouble lately without you, I'm afraid. I'll let you know if something comes up, though.
Nah, I ended up with chicken down stuck on me last time I agreed. I'd really love at least this year to pass without some sort of accident happening again.
Hey, I take offense to that. It wasn't that bad.
You really have no idea.
A beat passes, and then Zach laughs.
Hey, I'm kidding! You know you can always count on me.
It's a story only the two of them are privy to. Even now and then, Ash will enlist Zach's help on something. Becca and I have never really found out the real deal is with these adventures, as Ash calls it, and both aren't willing to tell due to some unspoken agreement. She insists that if it's Ash, it's likely not something illegal or life-threatening. I tend to believe her on that. Sometimes. Ah well, boys will be boys, I guess. I give Zach a small wave from behind when he eventually turns his attention to me.
Bella! Huh? Rebecca's not with you. Is she still sick?
A bit. But she's up and went to work this morning. You know she doesn't listen to anyone that's not Ash.
Yes, she does.
No, she doesn't. You're literally the only person she'll listen to when she's feeling stubborn.
And it's true, they've known each other far longer than any of us in the group, childhood friends and all.
But don't worry, Zach. She's probably on her way here now. She promised she wouldn't miss your movie. Isabella! Oh, thank goodness!
Wait a minute. Speak of the devil. Oh, without warning, a hand grabs me by my shoulder and turns me around.
Becca, you're just in time.
I have to lean back a little with the way her face is almost invading my personal space, but she places her hand on either side of my face to keep my head still. She stares at me intentionally, concern filling her eyes.
Becca, you're squishing my face. How are you? Are you all right? Why wouldn't I be?
Rose called me earlier.
Those 4 words tell me all I need to know. Since I don't have my family living close by, and the only other relative I have works on the far side of the country, I gave my company Becca's contact information, in case of an emergency. I should have known Rose will call her. I pushed Becca's hands far away from my mouth. Although she lets it go, her eyebrows remain drawn together.
Oh, no, everything's good. Rose covered for me at work today.
That's not what I'm talking about. How's your head?
Besides me, Ash snickers. Beside me, Ash snickers. Gosh. I bite back the urge to elbow him in place of trying to avoid Becca's hands as she tries to reach out for the said area. I did my best to dodge her all at once, moving to hide behind Zach. Sorry for using you as a human shield, Zach.
Oh, it's nothing. I just slipped off a few steps on my way down. I blacked out for a few seconds and had a minor bump, but it's just that.
You blacked out? It's not something to brush off. Come on, at least let me check it.
It's extremely minor. You wouldn't even know it's there.
Isabella, this isn't a laughing matter.
Yo, this chick annoying me.
She did look pale when I saw her earlier.
Wow. Thanks a lot, Ashton, you traitor. I'll get you back for this. Just you wait.
What? I'm just saying it as it is. If you mentioned this earlier, we wouldn't be having this conversation right now.
I'm sorry. Saw her?
Yeah, they arrived together. Bella looked fine to me then. I don't know.
Something crosses Becca's face, but it's gone before I can figure out what it is.
Oh, that's good. At least she didn't have to travel alone, right? At least. Good.
She likes him, and he likes me. This is gonna cause problems.
See? I'm okay. I wouldn't be here if I wasn't. And I don't want to miss Zach's film.
We can always watch it some other time. Sorry, Zachary.
No, it's good. But you guys should really keep it down. We're starting to attract some attention.
No, that's not okay. Actually, no. He is on this giant film festival that he is so pumped about, and he wants his friends there. They need to be there.
It's the premiere. The premiere's different. Right, Zach?
I shoot him a pleading look. Zach's a sensible guy. He'll understand. Please understand.
Not really. But Rebecca has a
Oh,
point.
jeez! Just me and Isabella against the world, I guess.
In the end, I think it's your call.
Oh, for heaven's sake!
Please, Becca. I really don't want to miss it.
You're not missing it. We're just moving it on a different day so we can have a medical professional take a look at
Jesus, her head's fine!
Look, you guys.
Ash's loud sigh unexpectedly cuts through the conversation. He's pinching the bridge of his nose as he speaks, something he usually does when he's getting impatient.
If she says she's okay, then there's nothing we can do about it. It's not like we can stop her either.
Thanks, Ash!
Besides, she's still acting like the same old Isabella to me, if she can still run around like that.
you. Why are you taking her side?
Because she wants me and not you.
I'm not. But if she wants to watch Zach's movie with us, I'm not going to stop her. She's probably the one looking forward to it the most.
Ash, that's... You, of all people, should know...
Tell you what, if I notice something amiss with her, I'll take her to the nearest hospital myself. Is that good enough for you?
I already know the answer before Becca voices it out. When at last she realizes a deep breath and nods, albeit with a great reluctance, I immediately tackle her into a hug.
Thanks, Becca.
It's always been you with him, isn't it?
Did you say something?
What the heck? Jeez!
Me? Nothing. Don't mind me.
If you say so.
Okay, guys, showtime's close, so I think I'm gonna get us some snacks. My treat. And then let's head inside. Anyone here has a smaller bill?
I think I do. Hold on.
I pull myself... Oh, she's gonna pull that letter out. I pull myself off from Becca to get my wallet from the bag. And...
What's this?
Yep. It's already in Ash's hands before I can even react. Behind him, Becca and Zach are both giving a piece of paper an intrigued look.
No! Give it back!
It's just a paper.
I don't care! Give it!
Looks ancient, too. Why do you keep this around?
I tried to reach for it, but he holds the paper way above his head. I've never been particularly sensitive with my own height, but right now I really wish I have the advantage over him.
Don't open it!
What's the big deal? It's not like it's a love letter. I don't see any reason to... Hold on a second. This is, isn't it?
Even if it is, it's not for you.
Okay. Now I'm curious.
I'm telling you, it's nothing like that. It's...
The rest of my words are lost when he unfolds the paper. Jeez! These are a bunch of nosy ass friends! Jeez! I can't breathe. My heart feels stuck in my throat, pounding, threatening to burst out. Vaguely, I note how my hands are trembling at my side. Clasping them together doesn't do any good. They are shaking, but I hang on to it, regardless. The awful sick weight has taken its core in my stomach. back in the open house returns full force. How do I fix this? How do I fix this? How do I fix this? Someone please. Today is turning out to be a horrible nightmare.
Send this to 5 people or else. Well, that's interesting.
Guys, I think we should listen to Bella first.
Aren't you a few days early for Halloween?
Ash waves the paper in front of me, giving me a fleeting glimpse of its contents. I don't need to see it. I don't want to see it. The letters, the words, every stroke written in blood is already embedded in my mind. Maybe I should have just thrown it away when I had the chance. That way.
It's not a prank.
It makes all of them stop. Even I am surprised with how steady my voice is.
What did you say?
This isn't a prank! I saw something!
Hold on. Are we still talking about this paper? Or is it about the urban legend again?
Both. I know it sounds ridiculous.
You're saying this is a primitive version of a chain letter, and now that we've seen it, we're now cursed. You've got to be kidding me.
See? This is why I didn't want to tell you guys.
Isabella, aren't you taking this a bit too far?
It's not a joke! Will you guys listen to me first?
I really didn't think it was if everybody saw it. I don't know. I thought it was just her and everybody's looking at it, but I guess they're all fucked now.
I saw something in the house earlier. It stood right in front of me. If I hadn't gotten away, that thing might have...
Right. And in broad daylight, Isabella. Typically, I don't believe in this stuff, but even someone gullible would find the logic in that screwed up.
There's also no way in hell that this supernatural shit you're talking about is true.
But it's real! What do you think I saw?
A hallucination? A delusion? Didn't you say you fell down some stairs? So maybe—
It happened after, when I was trying to get away. I almost got stuck in the same room with that thing. We're all in danger. I thought you were my friends. Why don't you believe me?
We are, and you know that. But this thing and that thing has got nothing to do with the other. When Rose called earlier, I thought she's just exaggerating. But based on what I'm seeing right now, maybe it's better if we really postpone this for now.
Don't bother.
Without another word, I snatched the letter out of Ash's hands and stuffed it back into my bag. More force than necessary. I'm tired. I got cursed, saw a ghost, probably lost a sale, got kicked out from an open house I'm supposed to be hosting. My own friends won't believe me, and all of them think I'm crazy. I can understand both point of views, why they're like, this bitch crazy, and why she's like, these fucking bitches, you know. To top it all off, there's a dual ache at the back of my head, begging for a little attention I can't afford to give right now. Oh, jeez. Okay. Something fucking happened in the back of her head. I meant, like, with that ghost or something. Honestly, there's only so much more a person can take within a single day. I just want to go home, curl up in bed, and never think about it today. But before I can take a single step away from the group...
Guys!
Zach rarely raises his voice when there's a point he wants to drive home, and hearing him take on some tone completely throws me off. Even Ash and Becca. Whatever harsh words yet to come from the argument immediately die on our tongues.
Why don't we all calm down first? I'm sure Isabella has her reasons too. No need to be hard on her. And hey, ain't this supposed to be a happy get-together? We haven't seen each other for months. I'd really love to know what y'all have been up to. I only ever get to talk to Bella over chat. Please.
He has a point. Ash, for all his attempts to look cool and distant, he also has been looking forward to this. He even took the time to call this morning for a reminder. He never does that. Becca too. I'm pretty sure that's another reason why she's out of bed today. Yet, despite Zach's attempt to line things up, or Ash's and Becca's acquiescing gestures, the tiny in my chest remains. I should have just kept it to myself, or at least went with the idea that it's a prank. If I did, things might have not turned out the way they did, nor sour the mood, no bad vibes. Careless, so careless. Maybe leaving is a better decision for all of us. No, you need to stay for the movie. No way! This this girl! Oh, jeez. Any other day, I'll excuse myself and go straight home. But this is something special to Zach, something he worked so hard to bring to life. I should know better. I might be having a bad day, but being with few friends I care about far outweighs the idea of spending the rest of the day throwing a tantrum alone in my room. And what if things in the attic follows me home? I don't want to be left with my thoughts either. I can still see it whenever I close my eyes. And maybe if I stay, let our heads cool down first before telling them what happened, they'll listen to me. There's nothing you can't solve with a calm head. One step at a time, Isabella. That's what my mama used to tell me. Besides, I don't have the heart to ditch Zach. A smile is back on my face when I look up at them.
If we keep arguing here, we're going to miss the first few minutes.
All right, that's the Isabella I know.
Oh, good. I thought for sure you were going to cry.
Oh, okay. This time I really do send an elbow straight into his stomach. Oh, okay. I was like, this dude about to yak on me? Stupid Ash being vertically challenged has its perks too.
What was that for?
Look at this bitch's face!
Stop calling me a crybaby! I'm not one!
Aw, don't cry.
Stop it!
Okay, scaredy cat then.
That too! If you repeat that, I swear I'll...
Let's just go.
Without another word, Becca goes inside. She doesn't even stop to wait for us when I call after her. Yo, jeez, get over it. Ash and I exchange looks at each other, the same question like swimming inside our minds. Did something happen at school after I left? Is she having a bad day too? I'll try asking her about it later, I guess.
So, you guys go catch up with her. I'll go get us the food I promised.
He's gonna get 4 people food, including himself. Do you realize how much money that is at a theater? That dude's about to drop 100 at least.
But you'll miss it.
Didn't you say watching a movie without food ain't fun? And it ain't like I haven't seen it. I made it, remember? I'll be in there soon.
One friendly tap on the shoulder and then he's gone. A few moviegoers are still milling around. Some still wait in line for tickets, but otherwise most of the crowd are already inside. There's nothing more for us to do here now. Not a word of protest comes from me, and Ash gestures for the two of us to head inside.
And then?
Are you sure it wasn't one of the cleaning crews?
Absolutely sure.
Somehow halfway through the movie, the conversation steered towards what happened in the mansion. To be fair, Zach's the only one who brought it up again. In his own movie premiere. Now the film's just serving as background noise while we're speaking in a hushed tone, carefully not to disturb anyone inside the small hall. Well, except for Ash. I just hope we don't end up arguing about it again. We'll all get kicked out for sure. Though, with how loud Ash's voice is, we'll probably get thrown out way before any arguments happen. Once Becca still remains engrossed in the movies, completely ignoring us. She's been quiet the whole evening, speaking only when referred to. If I didn't know any better, I think we did something that offended her earlier. Did we?
And then I ran. You heard what happened after.
I still think it's something else.
It was standing right in front of me, Ash.
Listen here, Ash. You're supposed to be on my side. My side! He's one of the smartest people I know, but geez, he should learn to listen. Plus, didn't he say he doesn't believe in these things? Why is he in this conversation again? I don't believe in those things either, but I do get scared by them.
I heard what you said, but it's a small room. There are a lot of things someone else could have done there without your knowledge. If I could see it up close, maybe I can...
I am not going back there.
Ain't that a problem if you're hosting an open house?
Rose does the first floor tour.
I ain't sure ghosts can be restricted to one room, though.
There are no ghosts, Zach. Stop putting useless ideas in her head.
Yeah, but I was thinking, maybe all the house needs is a blessing. Wasn't it left uninhabited for years?
Oh, the house did change hands over the years, from one distant relative of the Urmigurs to another. None of them bothered to live in it, though. It remained the way up until its current owners decided to sell it. Why didn't I think of that?
I didn't peg you as the religious type, Zach.
Nothing like that, Ash. Who knows, though? It might bring something positive to the place.
That's not a bad idea. I just don't know where I could find someone.
You're not seriously considering his suggestion, are you?
Do you have a better idea?
I know where. I could contact him for you if you want.
You'd do that?
Or we can find you a psychologist instead.
There are very few times in my life when I wish my glowers can kill. This is one of those.
Ash, that is not a very appropriate thing to say right now.
No, wait, that's not what I meant. Ethnographer. I meant ethnographer. This guy's a psychologist too, of course, if you...
Ashton, if you don't stop...
Rebecca knows the guy I'm talking about too. She can vouch for him.
Becca tears her ears away from the screen at the mention of her name.
Huh? What? Oh, are you talking about Professor Andrew? He used to work with my parents at the university. And can you guys keep it down?
Sorry, but since Scaredy Cat here mentioned curses, not that I'm saying this is one, because that's nigh improbable, you'd probably benefit more from someone like Andrew.
Yeah, like, low-key, I want to know what this whole movie is like about, and I kind of want to watch it.
The stuff you're saying is still really hard to believe. But talking to him is a better solution for me than getting a random priest to bless an old house. He'll even help you figure things out, teach you a couple things. At best, he'll let you see things from a different perspective, and probably put your fears to rest, since this looks to be bothering you a lot.
Ash might be right, too. However, what Zach has also suggested is something I'm more familiar with. Granted, they don't believe me, and they're only giving me suggestions to put my mind at ease. But it's better than being ignored or being laughed at. Pretty sure Ash is still laughing at you. I can take comfort in knowing they're willing to hear me out.
So, what do you think?
It's your call. We'll go with whatever you want.
I don't know.
So we can meet with the priest or meet with the professor. We know the truth, but I don't think blessing is what's gonna fix it. If we meet with the professor, he's gonna try to debunk everything. Nobody's gonna take us seriously. So we have to choose. I'm gonna have to say meet with the priest is just they're not gonna go there. They're just teaching you what they have to do to bless the house. But what if we need to know that later on? So I'm gonna have to go with meet with the priest.
I'll think about it. But maybe we could go with Zach's idea?
If he went down... Okay, thank God he didn't go down. I would have been so mad if he got hurt by that.
I'm not so sure about that.
Well, it wouldn't hurt to try, right? If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. At least we did something than just stand around.
Yeah.
I'll let you know when he's available, Bella.
Thanks, Zach. I knew I could count on you.
Guys, I said keep it down. You keep insisting that we still watch it. Yet you're not even paying attention yourselves.
It ain't a big deal, Rebecca. I'm the one who broached the subject in the first place.
It's still your film, Zachary. A good film, mind you. You worked hard on this. The least we could do is watch it with you.
And that's what you're all doing. I really appreciate all of you making time for this.
Sorry, Becca. We'll stop now.
I throw an apologetic look, even if Ash is the only one she should be reprimanding. But her attention is already back on the screen. She's ignoring us again. When Becca's acting the way she is right now, there's a big chance something's nagging her. We really need to talk. We all fall into comfortable silence, the kind only you can share with people you're most at ease with. For the first time today, the letter lays forgotten in my bag, if only for a few hours. Night has fallen by the time we exit the movie house. Despite the late hour, the streets are still bustling full of people, those about to head home, those set to meet someone, even those simply wandering about. Walking in the sea of unfamiliar souls, it strikes me how easy it is for one to get lost in the city as Luxborn. I was afraid too, at one point back when I was new and had just set foot in the place. Now with familiar faces walking with me, it feels a little like home. Zach and Ash bid us goodbye shortly before Becca and I crossed to the other side of the street. The former claiming he's got a few freelance jobs to take care of before the day ends. And Ash? Who knows, he never tells. Sometimes he'll just randomly appear at your doorstep looking for a place to crash. He does that to Zach a lot, much to his friend's frustration. Although he's a busy guy too, in spite of the laid-back air he gives off.
Thanks for today, everyone!
No problem, Zach. I'm sorry for what happened earlier.
Oh, here we go.
Huh?
A sensation. Cold, sickening, drowning my chest, tightening, breathing becoming elaborate. This thing is saying help me. I'm pretty sure it's not evil what we ran into in the beginning. I can taste blood in my mouth. The edge of my vision blurs. In the distance, amidst the countless nameless people going about their lives, a voice reaches out to me. Pleading even as I clench my eyes tight and clasp my hands over my ears. Whispering and whispering and whispering. Calling out.
No, not me.
Somebody.
Isabella? Earth to Isabella?
At her voice, the whole world suddenly snaps back into place. The murmur's gone. When I open my eyes, Becca raises her eyebrows at me in question.
Weren't you listening? Are you coming with me?
Oh, yeah. Just...
Wait, did
Okay.
they not see her, like, close her eyes and, like, put, like, her hands over her ears and stuff like that? Wouldn't they be kind of like, you good? No. Isabella, are you coming with me? I don't give a shit about your feelings and how you're acting right now.
Sorry, I spaced out.
You always do that.
I follow her without complaint, but not before sneaking a glance to the far end of the street, where the voice came from, where another set of eyes might be peering at me. Nothing. There's only Zach and Ash watching us as we head back to where Becca's parked our ride home. If I'm expecting to see something or someone there, I try not to let it show. Try not to think of tiny pinpricks of fears crawling against the pit of my stomach.
See you guys some other time.
Yeah, see ya.
Another glance with the final wave, we go off our own ways. I don't know what I saw, I don't know what I heard, I don't want to know. And if this is what will help me sleep tonight, what will give back the normalcy. Sorry, I thought something was gonna happen because it got quiet. Then so be it. Oh, okay. That's the end of that one. I think this is a good stopping point. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys join me for the next episode, and I hope you guys have a good day. Thanks for joining me. Bye!